Hello, today I am modeling the group and individual plan feature within the MTSS Explorer tool. In this English 1 test class example, there is already a core plan in place with an instructional focus on metacognitive strategies and direct instruction. However, we know there are students in this class also needing supplemental and strategic instruction. Now I'm going to review students further to determine any patterns and trends of needed support. So for 9th grade at the beginning of the year, the early warning indicator is triggering off the prior 8th grade EOG score. In this case, this data is also listed in the expansion column. Based on their scores and additional data I also know from working with these students, I conclude that these students will benefit from a group Tier 2 plan. I can also look at other data points. For example, this student has some real discipline issues and has missed a lot of instructional days as a result. I may consider something different here. I'm going to scroll up. I can use my Prioritize button. I can also go ahead and create the plan by clicking here, Create Plan. I choose the general area of need, literacy, and I assign the tier level of support, Tier 2, and proceed. Here I confirm that I've problem solved and I select my tier level justification. There's also a box where I can provide additional information, but that is optional. In this case, these students require strategic support in the identified area of need based on evidence or assessment. I click Save and Continue. I can select up to 2 specific areas of need. I'm addressing reading comprehension. Save and Continue. You will see the GAN and SAN information pulls through along with the core plan elements. If no core plan was created, I have to select at least one instructional practice first before proceeding. I also have another text box where I can add information. Here I'm capturing that these students will receive their additional support during Smart Lunch, a small group that meets on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. You'll see you can collapse the instructional practices as well. I can now create the start date of this plan, save the date. Based on the specific area of need, certain interventions now appear. By clicking on the question mark, I can learn more information about the interventions. I choose my intervention. I have the option of giving some additional information to describe the intervention. I also have the required elements that I have to complete: frequency, the duration, the person responsible, and the size of the group. I've been working with my PLT to not only problem solve around individual or groups of students, but we've also been working to create meaningful, common formative assessments. I will use these assessments to help progress monitor. Enter my baseline date. That's before any intervention was applied. The baseline score. I can set my target date at one time. I will enter the date here. We're going to aim for October 30th. I can click the Set Target Date button, and that will apply the date to all the students in this group plan. I save my changes. I scroll down to the bottom. I click on Complete Reading Comprehension SAN. If there are multiple SANs, I will do this for each one. And I now click on Finalize Plan. I can now return to MTSS Explorer, which will take me back to the class page. Once I am back here, I can scroll down to the bottom, and beneath the class roster, for convenience, the plan will appear with the students who are in it. Right now there's a question mark because I have not entered any progress monitoring data with respect to the target goal. If this plan is something I want to add another student to, I can scroll back up based on what I know about the student, click on the Student Tool menu, Add Student to Group, choose the plan, click on Next, enter the baseline score and date, the target score. You'll see the date is inherited, and add the student to the group. If I click on Plan page, it takes me back to the plan, and here I can enter data for progress monitoring. I can hide the graph, I can show it, I can click to enter data, just for demonstration purposes here. Save the scores, and you'll see it does graph it. If I choose another student, I'm going to enter multiple data points, once again just for demonstration. Save. And now, because I have enough data points, I get a target and trend line. From this section, I can also print a plan, exit the student from the plan, move the student to a new plan, and so forth. So if this student had been successful, I could remove the student from the plan while still keeping the plan in place for other students. I can create a document copy of the plan, which includes the graph. I can also scroll down and from this point modify the plan or end the plan for all the students involved. Since a plan is in place, the symbols are open. If there is data showing progress towards the target goal, there's a check mark in place. Not making progress results in the X, and not enough data results in the question mark. If I want to look at a created document, I can also click here.